Hey, what's up everybody? Konnichiwa. So basically, you got yourself a Subaru WRX or an STi, and yes, whether they're new or used, they do cost a lot of money. So you don't really have the budget to make any power mods as of yet. Well, guess what? You're in luck. Because in order for you to actually tune your car, modify your Subaru, you gotta have an access port. Because every time you put something in this engine, whether it's an EJ or an FA, they're very sensitive to modding. So basically, you gotta have, number one, a cob access port. Now, once you have a cob access port, then you pretty much open yourself up to a variety of different tuning options, modding options. You can put on downpipe, you can put on an intake, and everything else from there is limitless. Okay, and that's the good thing about the Subaru engine or the Subaru platform, whether it's WRX, STi, Legacy, you name it, any Subaru, okay, including the BRZ. But how do you make little bit of power? How can you power mod your vehicle and still stay within $100? Well, guess what? You don't need tuning for this. All you need is a drop-in panel filter, like this one here. So this one here is the Grimspeed Drycon drop-in panel filter, and this you do not need to tune for. Alright, so what you would find in your stock Subaru STi or any Subaru really is a panel filter, a drop-in panel filter like this one. So our 2020 Subaru STi only has about 13,000 kilometers. Okay, but if you look at the filter, see all that mist, that dust coming off? It does get dirty. You know, especially if you do drive the vehicle. I mean, if it's got 0 miles, then yes, it's not going to have any dirt. But, unfortunately, the reality is you're going to be driving your car. So, this engine air filter is basically one of the first things that you should be looking at to replace. Basically, the original air filter, this comes with a pleated paper sheet filter media. Okay. And it comes with rubber all around it for proper sealing. Okay, now we're going to toss this, and we are going with the Grimspeed Drycon. So what's in the box? You get the Grimspeed Drycon filter. So let me tell you something about aftermarket drop-in filters. Okay, so there's two different types. Well, actually, there's three. One is kind of like the HKS and Apparent, which is like a foam filter media. Okay, not really a fan of it, only because it's kind of like there's too much things that can actually go in into the engine than what I would prefer. Okay, and then the second thing is something like this, something like a K&N. But that's what you would call, you know, like a wet media, because you do have to oil it. It's washable and everything, but you do have to oil it and service it and everything before you put it in. Now, the problem with those things, or like whether it's Subaru or any other manufacturer, is that oil, that film of oil, once you start getting vacuum and all the air is passing through the intake, it actually gets on the MAF sensor. Okay, and it gives your engine misreadings and everything. So I don't like that. Okay, so I like going with dry flow filters. Okay, this one, Grimspeed did a good job with this. Let me take it out of the plastic and I'm going to show you guys. Now let's do a comparison. I tossed it, I know. So basically, if you put them side by side, they're pretty much the same size, right? But this is where it actually matters, because the OEM ones, they're pretty high. Okay, they're pretty high and they're hard to put back in. Okay, but this one here, it's pretty thin. So basically, it sits very flush to your airbox when you squeeze them in together. Okay, now the good thing about it is that if you look closely, the grim speed actually overlaps the OEM filter, which means this squishy jelly-like rubber, whatever this is, silicone or whatever material this is to use for the outer rim, sits flush and holds an airtight seal. All right, for better sealing. And if you can see, so much light goes through there, okay, which means it flows a lot better. And when your car gets more air, you already know it gets more. There you have it, guys. So we put in our Grim Speed Drycon air filter on our 2020 WRX STi. No tune required. It's going to be safe. You guys can do it too. If you're tuning on a budget or modding on a budget, you can do it. Whether you get a Grim Speed, the Perrin, the AEM, HKS, KNN, whichever one you want to go with, whether it's oiled, dry, or foam filter media, you can do it without a tune safely. Alright, now if you guys like this content, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and support me and this channel so we can make you guys more in the future. So holla back, you know what I mean? It's your boy, Kakashi Driver, signing off. Till next time.